And welcome back to the Hot Lap. We are talking Williams finally have decided, or Carlos SAINZ even has made a decision, and that decision is Williams 2025. The saga, the seemingly never-ending saga of where Carlos SAINZ is going to go, is finally over. They've announced the signing of what will be former Ferrari driver, for next year at least, Carlos SAINZ, and what is a multi-year deal from the 2025 season. Now, as you know, SAINZ has very much been unemployed in the queue down the job centre after being informed last winter that he was going to be replaced. This is pre-season in February, going to be replaced by Lewis Hamilton. Now, he did, though, incidentally, SAINZ did have his best start of any year this year, culminating in what was his third victory at the Australian Grand Prix. After Max retired, but there's some talk that he potentially had enough speed to beat Max anyway. Sadly, we'll never know. But that has seen him linked. He was linked with Mercedes. He was linked with Alpine and Audi on long-term deals. He was, Audi as in the current state Sauber F1 team. He was also linked with Williams throughout as well. But it seems to be that SAINZ has finally put the pen to James Vowles, put his face in James Vowles and signed that contract until the end of 2026 with options to extend, and the 29-year-old will become Alex Albon's teammate next year as well, in arguably one of the better driver lineups. Now, when you consider that Williams is currently 9th in the Constructors' Championship, there's a potential argument you can say is, are they now one of the they have one of the best driver lineups for one of the worst teams? The difference between the two is astronomical almost. I do think Williams is on the up, and I think Williams will be really, really good going forward. So, it has, though, as I said, been this long-running saga for the 2025. He holds the key, everyone said, to the driver market. But why didn't SAINZ sign for any of the others, in particularly Audi and Alpine? Well, as you know, SAINZ, he was, admittedly, from Audi's point of view, or state Sauber, he was a long-term Audi target and seemed to have potentially a lot of benefits. At the time, it had Andreas Seidl as the leader, who was, incidentally, SAINZ's old boss at McLaren, and big links with the SAINZ family and Audi in rallying. But any incoming participant has a degree of doubt about it, as the race reported. And Sauber, the team that Audi had eventually taken over, are, let's be fair, absolutely pointless. Now, I say pointless, not in the terms of they're meaningless, in the terms of they have not scored a point this year. There's also recently been management structures or restructures. Seidl is gone. Oliver Hoffmann is gone, who SAINZ potentially would have got on with. And ahead of the Belgian Grand Prix, we had the shock news that they're gone. Mattia Binotto, another one of SAINZ's old bosses, is going to lead the F1 project instead. But unfortunately, it's come too late to revive or try to convince SAINZ in signing for Sauber. And we have our own. We had initially had our own reservations on Binotto, but I think we do wish him the best. So going over there for 25 and 26. Let's be fair, it's a new team. 25 for Stake F1 RB. Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm fairly confident in saying that for next year at least, there's a potential for them still to be the slowest team. Potential. For 2026, who knows when Audi officially take over. I think they've got a bit more of a chance. But still, for Carlos SAINZ, that's going to be 2 or 3 years in what is very much going to be a building year for the championship. So, why then? Why did he sign for Williams? Well, a lot of people have suggested they are the standout, the short-term competitive argument to make, and over Alpine, for example. Why? Well, Alpine is doing, I think they're doing better than Williams at the moment. But as time goes on, the key name is James Vowles, and it's becoming clearer and clearer that SAINZ was confident of James Vowles, equally of James Vowles and his future with Williams. It absolutely must have been. I appreciate it's almost conjecture here, but James Vowles was very confident, and he made no bones about the fact he wanted SAINZ. He even said, quote, "SAINZ is our number one target." So with that confidence, I think SAINZ likes that confidence. He knows that James Vowles has been really, really open about Williams' problem. He said we're going to have an absolutely shocking year this year. He has admitted as much. But now, surely, Williams has the budget. They are restructuring in terms of their technical regulation. They're not regulating, the technical aspect, which James Vowles said almost was, should have been part of the Antiques Roadshow almost when he came out. So things are on the up. They've got Pat Fry as a technical officer, and Williams have, I think, with James Vowles, and are continuing to be dragged kicking and screaming into the 21st century. So Williams are in a completely different position from where they were 3 years ago. I think that's why he signed for Williams. They have a vision of the future. They are a team on the up. Alpine, however, are the team on the decline. I mean, this is a team that has absolute zero confidence in their own facilities that they now want a Mercedes engine and are potentially looking at giving up their Renault Alpine engine, which makes them a works team, which makes them a team that could be quite interesting for 2026, given the investment and going forward. So, I mean, on that point alone, yes, also they got Flavio Briatore in the wings. On that point alone, why then, if you're Carlos Sainz, would you want to sign for Alpine, who have zero confidence in their own team building an engine? I'm absolutely shocked if that comes to pass, which I think it will. That's all you need to know about Alpine. So, Carlos Sainz for Williams. Congratulations, James Vowles. Congratulations, Carlos. Congratulations, Williams. We look really forward here for 2025 and what the future will bring with a really interesting and I think a strong driver lineup. Could you even make an argument that if Williams was up there, no, he's not going to be up there next year, but if they were up there fighting for the championship, does a Carlos Sainz, Alex Albon make a better team for winning the constructors, not the drivers, the constructors against a Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez? Makes for interesting thinking, doesn't it? If you like what you see, please give us a subscribe. Hit that notification button so you hit that notification button so you don't miss this thing. And we'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much.